pursue burglars with DNA evidence. Now we're at the end of that project right now, so hopefully we won't see the end of the decline. But we caught at least 50 habitual burglars, people that go to work pulling burglaries every day in the city, and we were able to prosecute them successfully, get them put in jail, and I think that that's been a big part of the decrease. In some areas we've seen a decrease of 20% in home burglaries. So trying to protect people and keep people from breaking into your homes, and I think that that's been a model project. The plan is to try to keep that project going now and get funded, and we have some plans to do that, and I think that we're going to be able to keep going in that direction. When I say these guys are habitual criminals, and they mostly are men, they pull all kinds of offenses in their histories. Some of them have 13, 14 prior felony convictions. So I think that that's a big part of what we're seeing in the reduction of the crime that we're seeing. Our drug court's up and running. I don't think that I've addressed you since we got that started. We have about 1,200 people in our drug court now. Big graduation last week. About 90 people got through the process. I talked to our probation officers and just kind of took my own survey about how many of these people are actually successful. They're not seeing it back, and they're saying about 40%. So that's a much higher rate than we were seeing before we started the drug court program back the way that it's working. You know, 40% of those 90 people don't come back into the criminal justice system. I think the whole community wins there. So that's an important program. There is one other issue, though, I wanted to talk to you about. I know that you're probably tracking this bond issue that's coming up in November. And I was a little bit disappointed to see that the project that I've been working on since I think I talked to you before I got elected was getting the crime lab in this city up to speed and getting it revitalized. It's been in a 35-year-old office space for 35 years. Unfortunately, with all these rains, the ceiling started leaking the other day. I don't know if you tracked what happened in Houston with their crime lab when the facility just fell apart on them. It was a big scandal, and I think the mayor lost his job, the police chief lost his job. It was a very big scandal. Here, we're at the point where the fine work that's being done by those people is really starting to be compromised by the physical structure there. It came up 9th, I think, on the ballot list, and I don't know how they're going to word it, and I don't know if they're going to number it, but I'm certainly going to be out pushing as hard as I can to see that public safety piece, which the biggest part of that is the Denver Crime Act, gets passed, because when I went around the city and talked about it when they were doing the public meetings, for instance, out in southwest Denver, there was a lot of talk about how there were no projects out there. And I said, well, the one thing that does solve crimes in Bear Valley, Montbello, Curtis Park, is the crime lab. It's consistent across the city. It helps us all. It keeps crime down. There is not a major crime in the city that the crime lab doesn't play some role in either investigating, solving, or helping us prove it once we get the case filed and going into court. So it's a very important project. I would hope that you all would recognize that and support that part of the bond initiative. And of course, I've been told that I'm supposed to say support the whole thing, but I'm talking about